for 2. Southern end, a wonderful ovation for Brad Williams, given the new ball by skipper Stephen Waugh. Mark Richardson taking guard. It's a shot. It's supposed to hit it over mid-wicket, not quite off the mid of the bat. It'll run down the hill, and that should be 4. It's a good start by Richardson. It was short, pulled it away beautifully. It's none for 8. In the air, there may be bat pad there as well. It flew short of cover, charging in.
The cries of catch it from behind the wicket. Did go a long way off the seam and might have caught the bat on the way out. Certainly pad first.
Oh, this good call. Throw a bit. The keeper's end. He's safely home. Had to be a direct hit. It's all happening, Ian Smith.
Well, they've taken them on, Bill. That's what I like. And there wasn't actually that much risk in this run once it beat McGrath. And that's why Vincent was on the back foot. He was waiting for it to get past the bowler. Now, Richardson was always home, and so was Vincent, really.
He charges, gets away with it. That's well played. That'll be 4. Good start by New Zealand. Good positive cricket.
You don't see this very often, do you? People charging Glenn McGrath in his 3rd over. Vincent came at him, and it wasn't really there to hit.
Doesn't quite get hold. That's out. That's no ball called. Could be a run out, so he's safely home. Well, no ball was called. They get 2 runs.
Now, this is interesting. Always something happens at the MCG when New Zealand are playing Australia, and it's happened early. Now, Bob Parry's the man at square leg. Is he the fellow that makes the call here initially? Darrell here's got the arm out very quickly. Is this... it's for the no ball. It's a front foot no ball. I thought it might have been for height there at one point.
Now you can bowl a bouncer once head high at this level now. 1 per over. That was a no ball. He was over the popping crease. That was a fair call. Out. It's gone. This time Richardson departs. Well caught by the wicketkeeper, Gilchrist. A straightforward dismissal. Plenty of carry.
This is annoying, really, because it's the 7th ball of the over and they'd already picked up runs. How close in is this? Perhaps a bit close to play the flat batted shot, the cut shot. Cramped them for room. He couldn't really free the arms, and Gilchrist takes his first catch of the series, and Richardson makes the long walk back for 8. It's 1 for 20.
New batsman is Stephen Fleming. He's at the non-strikers end. That was the end of the over from Glenn McGrath. It's 1 for 20. Oh, almost 2 for 20. That went straight through him.
A pretty encouraging start from Williams. And pretty accurate.
That's the idea. It was 140.5. It was quick, but he went for it. It was short enough to play the square cut or hit the ball over cover, which I think they was trying to do. Beaten by pace.
Australia just applying the pressure. Half a shout. That one's hit Stephen Fleming. They won't actually go to the boundary either. Out. Mark Waugh had a little fumble at it, but as he does so well, kept his cool, pulled in on the 2nd attempt, and Stephen Fleming is gone.
Well, 3 great deliveries. One which hits the deck, stays a little low. One that hits the splice, and then this one, a readjustment in length. It's up there. Fleming's on the front foot, and just the extra pace and bounce off this Melbourne pitch gives Mark Waugh a chance to steal one from Shane Warne. Warne not happy. Either's Fleming. And he's out for 1. And New Zealand 2 for 22.
Craig McMillan makes his way out to the middle, replacing his captain. Into 25, a strike rate of 71. Oh, shot. Just about the best shot so far this afternoon. Through the covers, on the up. Craig Millen's off the mark with a superb cover drive.
We can see what Glenn McGrath's trying to do. He's trying to get them on the front foot and just seam it away, but it didn't. McMillan had it covered.
This time Vincent goes over the top. Ian Harvey doing quite a bit of work down there. Third man in front of his home crowd and a very vocal part of the MCG, the old Bay 13. They'll be looking after one of their local heroes down there. That will be 4. I'm not sure it was right out of the middle from Lou Vincent. But he got it down, it raced away.
Well, it doesn't have to be out of the middle if you're just going to leave 2 men there. If McGrath just pitches short, you can see it's length that he's playing that shot on. It's outside off. He's sick of the dab cut that he's playing behind square. I'm going to play the pull shot because McGrath was just short enough.
3 runs per over is the run rate after 11 overs. And that is 4 again. Once again, it's in the air from Vincent. This time he's picked the gap just in front of point. My apologies to Craig McMillan. He's the one who's had a wonderful shot through the offside. Was in the air. A lot of foot movement. The placement was good. And he goes over cover. Well, he is seeing the ball well. That has raced to the boundary. Brett Lee replaces Glenn McGrath. McGrath 6 overs, 2 for 23 in his spell. And that's out. First ball, Brett Lee has picked up Lou Vincent. Lou Vincent looked to me like he was trying to follow his batting partner, Craig McMillan, in going over cover. He got it nowhere near the middle of the bat and ballooned a simple catch to the Australian captain.
Well, he didn't have the commitment of his partner. Just half-hearted, then decides, no, I might pull out of this, but goes half into the shot. And Steve Waugh, who had been hustling in, probably created the tendency to go over him by doing that, but Vincent can't do it. He's gone for 17. They're 3 for 41.
New Zealand all-rounder Chris Cairns comes out to the middle. Average of only 29. Strike rate of 80. That's in the air as well. That one falls safely. Looked like a slower ball from Brett Lee, although maybe he just hasn't quite found his rhythm, Brett Lee. And there, once again, the batsman was through the shot way too early.
And for Chris Cairns, he's just getting the side screen right for Brad Williams over. There's still 2 men on the leg side to the left of screen, just 2. There's a huge gap there, plenty in front of him on the off. And he bowls in the short one for a leg side shot. Can't produce it. Manages to fend it from his throat.
He's gone to that one. Looked like it was almost off the toe of the bat. As Ian Healy said, there's no one out there. Chris Cairns picks up a boundary. 6 from the over. 3 for 49.
Good shot through the covers for 4. Beautifully placed. That one just a little bit wide. And Brett Lee bowling it pretty fast. It's 145 kilometres an hour and whistling through the offside field.
Pace isn't everything. If it's not well directed, then it's to the batsman's advantage. He just uses the bowler's pace.
Oh, in the air, and this is out too. Yes, another one. The bouncing ball has got them hopping. That's the end of Cairns. That's a big wicket for the Australians. He's a dangerous batsman at the best of times. So almost 150 kilometres an hour, right at the chest it was, and he hit it up in the air.
Looked as though Chris Cairns was a little surprised there at the bounce. And really, in the end, he was just fending it off. It was almost a get away from me shot. And Ricky Ponting gleefully accepting the catch in the gully. New Zealand in a lot of strife at 4 for 54.
Scott Bernard Styrus. He's a right-hand batsman and bowls medium paces as well. He's arriving out in the centre now to take over from Chris Cairns. Caught by Ponting off the bowling of Lee, the fastest ball of the day. Oh, and he had no idea at all. That was also quick. 150, that's also the quickest ball of the day. So Brett Lee really is turning it on here at the MCG. Right, so we've got a change now. Ian Harvey has taken over. Oh, it's a mix-up. This could be out. Oh, it's hit the batter, is it? I think it hit the batsman. Well, had Harvey managed to get back to the stumps there, which he, by the way, hadn't, it would have been right over the top and he would have been out by a long way. But I think the ball actually hit the batsman. Well, that's well played through the offside field. They'll pick up a couple here, or will it go all the way? It's running away down towards that boundary. Oh, well done. Just dragging that one back off the fence, and so they ended up getting just 3. Oh, and he's dropped him. Shane Warne's dropped him. That was in the air. It was to his left. It was also going very fast, and Shane Warne got his hands there. May have just gone a bit too far. So Brett Lee continuing. Oh, and that one does bounce, and that's it. He's caught behind. Yes, he's caught behind. Another very fast delivery. Bouncing, he tried to steer it away. There was obviously an edge on that one. Caught as clean as a whistle by Gilchrist. New Zealand are now in real trouble.
Looked like a late decision there from Craig McMillan. I think he was going to let it go until the last second. He just thought, I might be able to fiddle this over the top of the slips. But all he did was get a little edge through to Adam Gilchrist. That ball really is bouncing quite a lot here, particularly with Brett Lee firing them in quickly. The New Zealanders not handling the bounce well are now 5 for 67.
So there he is, Chris Harris, the new batsman, and well, he's got his work cut out here now. That's his average, 31 so far in his career. Oh, he's got that away nicely. Through the offside field. It'll take some cutting off, this one. It's got there. They won't cut it off. That's a lovely shot.
And that tells the story. A lot of wickets and a struggle for the batsman.
Brave effort down in the deep, but not successful enough. Nice piece of timing. Styrus and Harris are trying to pull it round. Now this is down leg side, helped on its way. Big dive.
It's a wide call. So from that we can gather that Adam Gilchrist was wrong.
And Shane Warne.
He is so brilliant. Now, why do they call him the freak? Absolutely brilliant. Almost got it the first time when it was just a blur going through the air.
You've got to be kidding. This is hit pretty well. Full face of the bat. 1, 2. Oh, magnificent presence of mind. And the reactions. That is an amazing catch. You'll see that time and time again today. Yeah, this is hit pretty hard. It's seam-up delivery. It's not a slower ball. The reaction to get both hands back. He's running away from the line of the ball, and then it stays for him to grab it with one hand. Styrus can't believe it. He's gone for 23. It's 6 for 89.
New player, Adam Perore, coming in at number 8.
They've got to get a good start. Oh, and there's another one gone. This is ridiculous. Oh dear, oh dear. The wheels are falling off for New Zealand. The pressure applied by the pace of Brett Lee and McGrath. Perore run out, that's a big blow.
And Chris Harris just refused to listen to Adam Perore. We'll find out whether there was a call sending him back or not, or Perore just decided on his own to go through with the run. Evidence is plain. Harris refused to listen or didn't hear Adam Perore, who sent him back, but it's Perore that's been sent back. 7 for 94.
And Vittori, the new batsman, Perore run out. Tragically, from New Zealand's point of view. Is it Shane Warne coming into the attack, and what a time. Oops, there's another mix-up, but they get home this time. Hesitation from Vittori. The call was from Harris. It's a good hit. A very good hit. Made a lot of them. That's the way to play. Hit straight through the line. The ball was up. As Williams charges in from the members' end. That's a good shot. That's 4. Getting straight through the line of the half volley. As Harris finds the rope.
Glenn McGrath has got the ball, as we thought he might, and it'll be interesting now to see how these two handle him. McGrath certainly got the ball to bounce a bit. Oh, and that's gone straight through them. Just short of a length. It was very well played. Well, he had a full go at it, but I think it probably went through the fingers there of Steve Waugh in the gully. Well, that's what's happened. You can see that those two wickets falling together, they have slowed things up a little bit. So clearly these chaps have got the message now. They've got to just keep going, although every now and again they've played some very loose shots. That's well played. He's hit that one away from outside off stump, right off the middle of the bat, and there's not a very big gap on that onside, but he's found it. Harris playing that one well.
And 4. That's a good shot. Vittori in that area where he's very, very strong. Forward of point, behind point, and through that area. Plays it very well indeed.
He's hit that one, so they're going to start going for it now. He doesn't strike me as if he's going to enjoy McGrath around the wicket. Australia would like to finish this off now. 7 for 143. This partnership worth 49. Warne continuing. Two back there, and they're coming back for the second. There's another fumble.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I've seen as many fumbles from an Australian side as this one today. Over keenness, over eagerness. Can't be anything to do with the ground. The ground's in magnificent condition. That was a take your eye off the ball job.
Warne continuing. 2 to go this over. And that one was off the edge, I think. Brett Lee has been really good all day. He really has.
That's away. Test Bevan in the deep. Got a strong arm, Michael Bevan. Quick across the turf in the outfield. Not the strongest arm, so Harris comfortably back for 2. Chance the bowler's in if McGrath hits, and he doesn't. New Zealand have had some real trouble out there with their running between wickets. On this occasion, Harris was the batsman. Hit on the body, maybe an inside edge to start with. He didn't want the run. Tory did. McGrath missed by, say 5 or 6 centimetres. Harvey's figures 6 overs, 1 made and 1 for 17. He's got that one wrong, and it's through. Beating the captain at mid-on. And it's not quite going to make it to the rope. Was it once one of those attempted Yorkers? It was a nice big juicy full toss. Daniel Vettori is certainly frustrating the Australians out there. Here's a chance, brilliantly fielded from Shane Warne. Well, Daniel Vettori is the man who was run out, tragically run out. Chris Harris was the man who got a full toss. He hit it firmly into what he thought was the gap to Shane Warne's right, but Warne did brilliantly, dived away to his right, stopped it in the hand and got it back to Gilchrist, who ran Vettori out by a mile.
Excellent save there from Shane Warne. Harris obviously thought that he'd got it past Warne, but he was wrong. Daniel Vettori didn't even look in Harris's direction as he was walking off. I think he's probably got designs on having words with him a bit later on. It's 8 for 166.
James Franklin comes at number 10 for New Zealand. Chance for Steve Waugh. I feel there if Steve Waugh had hit, Chris Harris may well have been run out himself. Well, the running today between most of the New Zealand combinations hasn't been good. 82 balls for his 49. That will be it. A half century. Chris Harris, the first of this VB series, and his fourth half century against Australia. New Zealand 8 for 180. Look for 2. And we'll get it. Piece of running. Just got off the toe. Get 2 for that. Well, Chris Harris has done a good job. New Zealand 8 for 188. 41 deliveries ago was the last boundary. He's got that nice and straight. Back for 2. This is not a bad golfer, actually, Chris Harris. First shot there, the swing and the miss looked like some of his drives off the tee. There's a big shout. Brett Lee's almost pleading. I thought I heard 2 noises, but it may just have been that it hit both pads. Brett Lee was very confident, as was Adam Gilchrist. He's got that one. There's a man out there, but he won't stop that. Not great bowling for Brett Lee. He's got the fine leg up. He really can't afford to be bowling too short, but he has, and Chris Harris has got him away. Got it fine, which has really wanted it, Chris Harris. He'll pick up just a single, and New Zealand will finish 8 for 199 after being sent into bat by Steve Waugh. Chris Harris is remain the hero.
Well, that turned out to be a very good performance by New Zealand. At one stage it looked as though they'd be bowled out for 140 or 150. Then they got their mark of 170 and they got up, so they set the Australians a target of 200. Failure up the top of the order there with Vincent 17 for McMillan, Cairns on 10 and Styris 23, and suddenly Harris and Vettori put on 72, and that was the thing that got them up and in with a bit of a chance. They've given the bowlers something at which to aim now. 8 for 199 in all for New Zealand from the full 50 overs, and the bowling figures for the Australians. Glenn McGrath was brilliant early on, but not quite so later. 2 for 47 he finished with. Williams none for 31, did adequately in his debut match. Then Lee 3 for 43. I thought he was outstanding, bowled really well today, fast and with good direction and good common sense. Harvey 1 for 35 and Warne none for 37. Warne spun the ball quite sharply. We'll be able to see what Vettori does when he gets a go, but it's 200 to make for the Australians.
39.87 for Mark Waugh. He's got that average up well and truly. Started in the high 20s, batting 6 and 7 for Australia, but now at the top of the order has really flourished.
Shane Bond, the bowler. Gilchrist away straight away.
So down the ground on the onside is free for Mark Waugh. 2 slips, a ring on the offside.
Well, that's a fumble straight away. The New Zealanders, I think I saw more fumbling from the Australian side tonight in the field than you would normally come across in 3 or 4 matches. That's a good shot. It won't quite go to the boundary, but it was still very well timed. It was just a little short arm jab from Gilchrist. And 3 more. Wonderful ball. It drew Mark Waugh into the shot. Looked as though it had a little bit of swing about it, may even have moved a bit off the seam. Mark Waugh is gone. The first reverse for Australia, needing 200 to win.
Shane Bond's first wicket. Hustled into the wicket. We talked about the breeze. His action's all over the place, but he'll take that outside edge. Mark Waugh. He's gone for 1. Gilchrist is 4 not out. And Australia are 1 for 5.
Ricky Ponting is out the centre now. Mark Waugh, the man out, caught by Perore or Bond. 1 for 5, Australia. That's a beautiful stroke from Gilchrist. He's very severe in anything short, and when the bowler tries to adjust, he just powers it away. Here's Franklin, left arm over the wicket. Well, Franklin's inexperienced. He was brought into the side at the last moment. He will have seen Ponting playing his pull and hook shots. He doesn't need to drop anything short like that.
At the moment, it's 1 for 25 from 4 overs. Bonus point up for grabs here.
Well, they're going to pay every time they put the ball up in the slot for Gilchrist. There's 3 more there to the Australian wicketkeeper. Stroke. Didn't blast it, just eased it away. Perfect time. Wonderful stroke. The first 6. The New Zealanders didn't really look like hitting any 6s, but Ponting has hit that. The longest part of the ground from where he is. They've got a rope in on the eastern side of the ground in some 20 metres, but there's not much of a rope there. There's a big hit. Oh, another one. Wonderful stroke. 19 off the over. Shane Bond has just taken a wicket, and now he's gone for 19. It's 1 for 44. There's some wonderful cricket being played out there at the moment. Ponting first with cover drives, pulls, and then a straight drive. And now Gilchrist pulling away over mid-on.
Over the top of it. Straight over the top of it. We've seen that happen once or twice, especially when Gilchrist has got the bat in his hand, because the ball arrives so much quicker.
Well, there's some very bad fielding here from Mark Richardson, and then some very good thinking, because he made sure he stayed cast on the deck and didn't have to chase it down to bay 13, because he'd have copped some down there. So he stayed on the deck and waited till someone else retrieved it.
So the run rate 7.8. Oh, and he's got him caught and bowled. He's got him caught and bowled. It was a slower full toss. And he flicked it straight back to the bowler. Cairns has got him. He's made the breakthrough here. Very important wicket.
When he's bowling well, he bowls his slow ball well. And this is an ingenious piece of bowling to one of the world's most attacking players. Look at the look on Gilchrist's face. As soon as he makes contact, he knows he's been done. At that point, he hopes he doesn't catch it. It's his only chance of getting out of it. The look says it all as Gilchrist makes his way back. Hard hit 23, but it's 2 for 63.
Michael Bevan is the new batsman. And what a record he's got. Look at that average. 57. So 9 overs bowled, and it looks as if it's going to be Daniel Vettori. He's being introduced into the attack here. Left arm orthodox spinner. Yes, that's the problem. Anything there that's a bit short is going to be dispatched through that gap for 4. So it took him 2 balls to get it away, but he has this time. That's 4. That's through the gap as well. He's had a good go at that one. He's got it away square of the wicket on the leg side for 4. So that's an off the mark shot. Very good shot.
Wasn't that short? He's been sizing up Chris Cairns as Michael Bevan. And it hurried on to him.
Well, that's pulled away as well. That's another 4. Too short. Definitely too short. They need wickets here, and the Aussies are handling the short ball well. That's 2 for 79.
Wonderful batting performance by the Australians so far. 2 for 85. Ponting in very good touch. Good runner between the wickets. Great support from Bevan. This big crowd seeing some wonderful skill here from the Australians. I'm not sure why Cairns is persisting around the wicket to Michael Bevan. There's a leg gully in now. Michael Bevan's a master of the one-day game. He gets a half ball and he puts it away. He'll be very close to the ropes, and that's 4. Tremendous temperament. You can frustrate him, you can bowl the odd bouncer, but you give him a half volley, and he makes you pay. 165 matches, an average of 57. He's gone for it, he's hooked it away, and that's 4 more. Frustration there from Chris Cairns, and he pays the penalty. 2 for 95. Fine and cool at the MCG. Bond continues. Ponting whips him away beautifully. He's just wide of the man. Is he? No! He's got him! That's a big wicket. Maybe frustrating there. Made an over previously. And Ponting's caught it deep backward square leg. That's a big wicket. 2 wickets for Bond.
Franklin really judged that pretty well. Not so easy when the wind's swirling around here at the MCG in the deep. Ricky Ponting threw his head back. He knew that he'd hit the ball very well. I think he thought when he hit it, it was going into the gap and away for 4. He was very disappointed when he saw that the fieldsman had got around there and caught it. Big breakthrough for New Zealand at 3 for 98.
New batsman Steve Waugh at the non-striker's end. Bevan glances off the thigh pad, and it's a fine. We'll get 2. It contained the boundaries. Bond and Victoria, as Richie Benaud and Mark Taylor take up the commentary.
Thank you, Bill. Shane Bond continuing. That could be out as well. Straight down his throat, a deep third man. This time, a very comfortable catch. James Franklin is the man, and Shane Bond has done it again. He may just have got his side back in the match.
Well, they've certainly posed a problem for the Australians as regards the bonus point. They're just about breaking even at the moment. Franklin has done it. 4 for 104.
Damien Martin is the man to replace Michael Bevan. The crowd has come alive here at the MCG, though a of people watching, I'm sure, were expecting Australia to cruise to victory here. This time he's picked the gap. Damien Martin's the man. Well, it was in the air for a long time, and there's a man positioned some, well, 2/3 of the way to the boundary at backward point for Damien Martin.
And that's the sort of thing they'll do with the planning while they're standing around waiting for the crowd disturbance to subside. Steve Waugh and Damien Martin will have been working out exactly how they're going to go about this.
But this gives you some idea of where these two teams are. The New Zealanders' innings, well, it flattened out, didn't it? Never really got going. Australia got themselves going very well, and they've been able to coast a bit now. That one's gone down ground. The fieldsman at mid-on quite wide, but they continue to chase everything. Back for the third. This is run out. Stephen, what have you done? You've got to go back. You can't just keep going. Well, there we are. Never at any stage. Never at any stage. Well, now then, they're all running down towards the fieldsman here. Stephen Waugh definitely decided he was coming back. Martin never at any stage moved out of his crease.
And Steve Waugh refused to go back. He'll get 2 for this. So there's the first. Fielder's Vincent. Now Steve Waugh turns. He's going to push himself to get for that third, but Damien Martin no, and Steve Waugh about 8 metres or 10 metres ago knew Damien Martin wasn't coming. He doesn't go back. Adam Perore recovers a huge return, covers a lot of distance to get back to the stumps. And New Zealanders on top at this stage, 535.
No ball called, and it's been smashed away for 4 as well. This certainly doesn't do any good when you go over that front line. Harvey getting that one away nicely. Oh, he's bowled him. He's clean bowled him. Neck and crop. Well, Cairns, he goes from a no ball, short delivery for 4, and all of a sudden straight through the defences. This time of Martin, so it's Harvey correction. Harvey bowled by Cairns. Have a look at this delivery. Right between bat and pad there. Back goes the off stump, and that's the response of the fast bowler.
It's 6 for 142.
Shane Warner's the new batsman, and well, all of a sudden the bowlers are out there.
Good bouncer, but it's going to fall safely. Now, was that off the helmet?
There's been some very good short pitch bowling today, because most of it has been like this, dead straight on the emblem. That
it's going to be Harris to continue. No wicket from 9.
Oh, and he's done something silly, all right. Warren trying to hit Harris right out of the ground, has missed, and there's another death rattle.
I don't want to put the knockers on him, but you just had a feeling something like this was round the corner. It was out of the ground to be a hero, or through the gate to be a heel, and it's the latter. Chris Harris has bowled a nice straight one. Shane Warner's missed. He's gone for 3. It's 7 for 150.
Well, Brett Lee, who had a pretty good summer with the bat in the test matches, now being called upon to do a bit here with the bat in the one-day game.
He's got 3 deliveries left, Chris Cairns. And I'd wager a little bit of what I've got left that one of them might be the slower ball. Quick one, slower one, maybe 2 slower ones.
Oh, and he's got him with a slower one. Brett Lee, I think, may have got a bit of an inside edge onto it, but the important thing is that it's hit the stumps. So New Zealand now not only right in the game, but they've just got that outside chance of a bonus point.
Mood in the black shirts is amazing. This is an ingenious piece of thinking for me. It wasn't actually on target. Brett Lee might count himself a bit unlucky that he got that much back onto the stumps, but it was the intention to draw him into a false shot with the change of pace that worked. So Lee goes back in a hurry. Not many against the name, in fact none. It's 8 for 1, 5-1.
Well, Brad Williams on debut. Didn't get a wicket, bowled quite tidily. Brad Williams is going to be on strike, and it is to be Shane Bond from the members' end. Well, he's cleared the offside, all right. Very nearly cleared the rope. Once again, over cover. So 2 fours in that over for Brad Williams. A good over for Australia. It's 8 for 162. 33 runs required of 66 balls with 2 wickets in hand.
And Vittori coming back into the attack. Sweep asked the question. He's given him. That's a big wicket. That's very well bowled. A great change by the skipper. He's a good captain, Fleming. He takes you on, and they've got a big chance now to pick up a surprise victory at the MCG.
Well, that was good bowling from Vittori. He bowled well all night, but that was a faster ball, and it beat Martin for pace. It was well bowled, quicker delivery, and had it been the slower spinning delivery, wouldn't have got it. 9 for 168.
Ben McGrath given a magnificent ovation. He's under pressure here. 9 for 168. Look at that. Ponting was on fire early. Gilchrist went, and there was a decline as Bevan struggled to get the ball away early. 2 quick wickets, and since then it's been wickets, wickets, wickets. It's a big hit. It's a big hit. Good use of the feet. It's gone a long way. It's into the rope. Williams showing a lot of common sense. Giving the strike to McGrath. McGrath playing his natural game, hitting down the ground. Got him! That's out, surely. Big noise. Yes, it's all over at the MCG. Big victory for New Zealand. Australia bowled out for 176.
I don't know that McGrath has been in total agreement with the decision. It is Australia all out for 176. It may just have been disbelief that he hadn't got it off the middle of the bat and smashed it past point before. Victoria has taken the wicket. Karora has taken the catch. And New Zealand have won a brilliant victory here. They've fought back very well, got themselves into a reasonable position from what looked as though it was going to be a very, very low chasing total for the Australians. And I think this we're seeing there at the moment is an ooh-ah. Well, that's a big win for New Zealand, 176, and it took them only 42 overs to bowl out the Australians, who got away to a bad start with the loss of Mark Waugh, then recovered. Ricky Ponting batted very well, played some lovely strokes for his 45, but only that last wicket partnership between Williams and McGrath gave them a bit of a chance. New Zealanders did wonderfully well in the field. I was very impressed with their bowling. They came back well. 3 wickets for Bond after he'd been going for 7 and 8 and over. 3 for Cairns. Vittori bowled very well once again, 2 for 36. And Harris, 1 for 17, was the player of the match to go with his 63 not out. At the moment from the MCG, it's good night.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.